like a lower rated opponent or equal rated opponent to take a rest.
Right. Exactly.
Because we got very tired when we are playing. So we need something to recharge ourselves. Because
Right.
playing 2 rounds in a day is a very difficult task with the 4 hours playing session.
Right.
Okay. This is trick
Awesome.
I always use. And sometime you will always see in my result, I will take a draw, very quick draw with someone else because I want to take risk. Because if I am not doing that, then maybe it will affect my further rounds. And one more thing is that by doing that, we will get one weaker opponent. It means we will get the two rounds easy. It means we have the proper rest.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
So
All
my
right.
sir told me that when they are playing the like 15 round or 20 rounds match in nationals, at that time it was too long. Then they will do use this trick. So I
Yeah.
thought it's a good idea.
Well, especially in the US, we play, like, for example, I played 4 games on one day.
Yes,
Four.
time control will be 30 plus 30.
Time control was 60, game in 60 for the first 3 rounds, and then game in 90 for the next 3 rounds.
Oh, God, that is, and with some increment as well.
Yep.
Okay. In India, it is not allowed to play more than 3 rounds
Right. Yeah.
because of the time control. What they are saying that you cannot play a chess more than like 8 hours or 10 hours.
Right. 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 Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is round 5.
Round five. Okay. Still round four.
I'm playing black pieces against a 1300.
Okay. 13, 1367 is the rating. Okay.
Wait a second. What am I doing?
Okay.
This guy tried to destroy me from immediately. Like, he was out for just nothing but just simple blood.
Bishop E2. Oh.
Yep. He wanted to make it impossible for me to try to. He wanted to just roll here.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And
So
when I
you have
saw
to
this
play
aggression,
H6.
I realized this guy's 1300 and he thinks he can just roll me off the board like that. I was like, you know what? No, no, no way H6. Come on, man. I'm not about to play scared chess like that. I went H5.
No, S6 is also possible. The point is that because he cannot able to play E6 right now. So we can go for the S6 as well. Because this bishop is problematic for white as well. Because it is covering the B1 square. So later when we are playing C5 and Queen B6, he will have some difficulty.
Mm,
So you must have
that's
to save
fair.
it.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because
Let's
when we
take
are
this.
attacking on the D4 pawn, he will have some difficulty for sure.
That's fair. Yeah. I think both are fine. I played
Both are
H6
fine, both are
previously. It
fine. But
was
what I am telling you that I want to keep his bishop as well as the G5 square. So he don't have the
Mhm.
bishop G5. Because in Khan you already knew knights are more important than bishop.
Right.
So definitely when you are playing knight E7, he will go for the bishop G5 and then exchange it.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
the point is that we don't want to allow that. When because
Mm,
we have the chance right now.
right.
If
Makes
we
sense.
haven't played the E6, then we must have to play H5. This is for
Hmm.
sure. Okay.
Right.
But I
Makes
will
sense. Yeah.
also love to play that, what you did. Because he cannot take on H5 because of G6.
Right.
Or but the point is that then after G6, that F5 bishop is having very less squares.
Right.
So maybe he could be trapped. Maybe it is possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I understand the logic behind the H6. I get it. Yeah. You're trying to
Yes.
you
Th-
know,
th- because I am also playing Kerogan from the black side, so I have so many ideas.
Yeah. I think
Right now,
the
I'm
thing is that they
right.
I just feel like when you play a move like h6, you make people like white that play this kind of stuff, you give them the impression that they're
Yes,
in
yes,
control.
yes. Actually, when he's playing this, and what is the point of that? We wanted to end game. Then all pawns are weak.
Right.
So we also get the chance. This is my point. You can always play bishop e4. You always have that idea in your mind.
Right. Interesting.
I
Queen
think you
c7
played
and not
the
b6.
knight on the wrong square. What you have to do is to put the g8 knight on c6 and the other knight on d7. So you can put pressure on e5 much better pressure on
Like that.
e5.
But he's never
Yes.
going to take this though. What's the point of the you're going to play f6 next?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Definitely we have to play. Otherwise his pawn structure will give headache to us. So in future we have to play f6.
So like this,
Yes.
will he play bishop d3 here?
So he is going to play. So what he did, he just wasted
So this
knight
knight
to
now goes
d7.
here,
Yes, absolutely. This is what my point. So you
and
have
this
some
one now
extra
goes
attack
here.
on e5 and sometime you can sacrifice on e5 as well.
Then what will
It
I
is
do?
possible.
Queen b6?
E- Even you can play c4 now. The point is that you don't have the white light square bishop. So you can grab so many space as well, like c4,
I
then
don't know
knight
about
a5,
c4.
queen b6.
I want to
Yes,
keep
it is
pressure on
possible.
d4.
If
Well,
you
the whole
wish, you
point of
can do
this is
that
to
as
keep
well.
pressure on this because I'm trying to break these two pawns, right? So why would I play
No,
c4?
no, no. The point is that in one of the French variation, we could play the c4, then knight a5, then we will do the long castle. And suddenly we will start attacking on the king side. And where white will go? He can't castle on the king side. He can't castle on the queen side. So he is struggling.
Interesting.
You get my point?
I get your point,
In this
but I'm not
position,
liking the philosophy behind the move like
yes,
c4.
yes, I knew that because you haven't have idea of that variation because I played it from the white side, French advance. So after
Mm,
a3, so many people will play the c4. So I have that idea. In that white needed that light square bishop, which he don't have right now.
mm,
So
interesting.
strategically, black has a good position because he just get rid of his bad bishop, and white is exchange the very good bishop. Even you can keep pressure on d4 as well. This will also like a good.
Hmm.
Everything is good for you, I think.
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay, go for the game now. h5.
and then he played weird moves. Gee,
Oh, what
just
is
wasting
this?
time.
No, no. What he thought that later you can play bishop e7, then play bishop g4, taking that knight, and then you could take the h4. But that is a very bad idea.
He was trying to take
In
this.
this type of
Oh,
position,
take
what could
this.
you do? Yes, yes.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
this
He
type of
protected
position,
this.
what you could do that you can develop your knight from h6 and bishop e7, and sometime you can play g5 as well. I use this idea in I think sometime. Like in my old games, I use this idea. Put the bishop on e7, then play the g5 to launch an attack on the king side. Not in the
Wow,
exact
really?
position. Yes, I use that idea.
That's crazy, wild stuff, man. I've never done stuff like that before. Although I'm not really totally worried about him taking this. Even if he takes this, there's a lot of
No, no, that
play
is
I will get.
not good.
Like if
Yes.
he takes that, by then I will destroy him on the center.
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes you can play move like at g5 as well. Because when he
Right.
took over there, then you can sacrifice your queen and get very good position on the king side.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you have to keep in your mind as well.
Yep.
This is possibility like bishop is not on h5, he will move away. Then you could play g5, then bishop into g5, queen into g5, and then h into g5, then rook into h1. This is also a decent position. White is struggling to save this kind of
So show
position.
me, tell me the moves again. What was that? What was it? What did you just say?
Just I am telling this. Suppose he will take on h5, bishop
So let's
after
just say
bishop
I
into
play here.
h5.
He takes. Good.
Yes, bishop into h5. Then you could
Mhm.
go for the move like uh, bishop e7 or something like. Suppose it is white to play.
Yeah.
We have to play something. Okay. Then bishop will go back. Then g5
Oh,
taking. Yes, this is
take
what my
this.
point. Yes, absolutely. You could do that. And this is also interesting position to play because white will struggle in this type of position.
I have never seen anything like this before in my life.
Okay, okay.
I played
Now,
thousands of games in Karakan. I have
हम्म,
never seen this before.
पता नहीं क्यों कुछ काम है वो तो पानी
Wow.
गिर रहा है तुम चले जाओ ऐसे ही ओके ओके अरे वो गया स्कूल कोई नहीं I am telling that this could be the idea which we have to keep in mind. Sometime it is working very well.
This is
Okay,
wild.
go for your game. Yeah, I used this idea in Reti opening once. I remember that.
Wow.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Played C5.
C5. Yes, yes, absolutely. Even you can develop your knight on E7 first. That will also okay. With the idea of same, the other knight on C6 and one knight on D7.
Right. Yeah.
But that is also okay because sooner or later we will jump that knight to F5 to put pressure on D4, which is
Right.
usual idea in Caravan.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm familiar with ideas of this.
Yes,
Eventually, even F6 to try to break all this up.
yes, 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 absolutely. Okay, go with your game. G3 is a very bad choice by your opponent.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yes.
What did I do?
Yeah,
He
C5
then
is good
played
move.
yeah, he played C3.
C3 is okay. Knight C6.
Then he made another big, huge blunder. He took this.
Oh my God. That is a very bad idea.
Yeah,
Now he has to compromise his king position.
everything. Then he started playing crazy type like B4. I guess B4 by itself was maybe okay
Yeah, that is okay.
because it's making my bishop choose a diagonal.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But main difficulty is that how could he save the E5 now?
Well, he saved it in a very strange way, which I don't like either so much. He actually played
But he
F4.
weakened the C3 square as well. This is
Right.
also this is very bad, I think.
Well, not just
This
that,
is
but
what I
also
am
now
telling.
this.
What I am telling that like just before that he has to compromise his king position and he did it.
Yeah.
And now
Look at
he
the
has to
squares.
take.
I'm controlling every
Yes,
light square
absolutely.
and every dark square.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You just have to play knight s6 and everything is in your favor.
Yeah. So after F4.
Even
Okay,
what I
so
am
I
thinking
kind of
that
got
if
scared here. I actually did get scared here. I was trying to think of like, what if he takes this and then plays G4, blah, blah, blah. The move I
no,
played, I don't like
no.
looking at, and I thought about it really long. And do I really, really, really need to play this move?
Hmm.
Because I really wanted to play
Yeah.
knight h6. I knew like,
Knight s6 is so simple. What I am telling
right,
you that if suppose white can able to exchange the queen, this is what I thought that bishop e4. If white is able to exchange the queen, still his king position is too bad.
right.
It is too bad.
Yeah, I know for sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought that this just gets into just. I knew that I was like long term better. That's why I didn't want to play any kind of
Yes.
risky anything at all. I just wanted no complications, just simple like long term,
Yes, yes. Absolutely,
static
your question is very
advantage.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, just go for
Slowly,
the
I
bishop
will.
e4. Bishop e4. What happens after bishop f3? Knight f. This is what I thought as well. Exactly.
Crazy lines.
Oh, this is a new thing. Okay, I was thinking that simply taking on e4 is also good. I don't like this idea. When we have the simple position, why we complicated it? Okay.
I would never do all this. This is completely an unreal type of computer chess. Who would play like that?
No, no. When we have the advantage, that is just one simple philosophy that when we have the advantage, positional or like material, don't complicate the game.
Yeah,
You have to keep it simple.
right,
It is your opponent who has to complicate the game because he is in losing position.
right.
Okay.
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 So
Go for the
I got
next.
scared. Yeah, I will admit I got scared, and I played G6.
Oh my God. But still, it is not bad because your knight is getting all the good squares, and only thing is that he will get the g5 square, but your knight is going to come on
Right.
f5, which is more important than g5.
Yeah.
So it is
Yeah, no,
not
I
too
know
bad.
it's a waste of move. Really, it's a waste of move. I agree.
Yes, yes, but it is not too bad as well.
Yeah. Okay,
It is
so
okay because
G6.
white king is in more trouble than your king.
Yeah, that's kind of my approach. Like I know long term he's gonna have a lot
Yes,
of
yes,
issues.
absolutely.
Let me just
Where
not
will
allow any kind
he?
of complication. I have to calculate.
Yes. Yes, yes, everything is in your favor. What will he do? He has to think.
Yeah,
Your task is easy because queen side is weak, king side is weak.
yeah,
Okay, he cannot able to do castle on the king side. But
right.
if he could able to do that, his position is just okay, not too good.
Yeah,
Maybe he has to play for king f1 then king g2.
right. That's what I thought it might happen. Yeah, right. He played knight d4 here, and he dropped a pawn again.
Oh my God.
He didn't see that I can take with the bishop.
Even you can take it with the knight as well
Well, knight
because
two,
after
right?
that, who is going to save that d4 point?
You're right, right. I thought about that too. Yeah, this is long-term problem for him.
Yes.
But maybe there's
Who is
more
going to
immediate
save
stuff than
that?
that. What happens if he plays here?
This is very, very good question for you. Who is going to save this? Bishop
Yeah,
e5 check is worthless. We have to play king f8, king g7.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true. But I think the way that I did it is simpler.
But
Just
but
get a free pawn.
I think keeping the bishop is more important than knight.
Yeah, because of this diagonal, right?
Even you can allow him to exchange on c6. That is
Mm,
also okay.
yeah,
You can play
maybe
bishop
so.
e4 or something like that. Yes, there is no problem he will take.
But I'm not
Okay,
really
go
blaming
for the
myself for
game.
this move either because it's a very straightforward
Yes, yes.
moves.
But the point is that now he can able to do castle, which is
Not
not
so
possible
easy.
at that time.
Not that easy.
Okay, good going. Position is
It can be
clearly
castle, but I'm,
too
gonna
much
be
in your favor.
up a whole pawn for
Now
central
he
pawn.
can't do. If you'll take on b4, like then maybe after playing something else, he could do that. Like after playing knight a3 or something, he
Mm-hmm.
may do the castle.
Yeah. They played this.
Okay.
I took this one.
Yes, absolutely. Knight c2 is coming. King f8.
Yeah. And then he played knight a3 to stop the knight c2.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. But his queen get trapped. I think rook c8, then bishop c2. What he's going to do in that?
Well,
You have to
I
set
made a
up a
mistake here.
trap.
I
You
made a
have to set
mistake.
up a trap. Okay, what you played?
Yeah, I was trying. I knew. Yeah, I was like, obviously, I'm trying to get something on the C file ASAP. Get the king here, double up rooks. Right, simple plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I made a mistake because I was like, okay, before I do all that, let me get his rook to move so he can't castle anymore. And
But after bishop e4, he could do the castle
yeah, I
immediately.
forgot that he can just castle. I did. I don't know why I thought he can't castle. As soon as I played it and he
Actually,
castled, I felt so stupid after that. I literally played this
yeah.
move so he wouldn't castle, and he just simply castled. So I just
Yeah.
wasted the move basically.
Yes,
Although, like,
absolutely.
I
After
did clear
after
this
rook
square with
c8,
my knight,
actually, after rook c8, we just stopped that idea.
right?
Because he is
And
ready to do castle. So after rook c8, we are going to play this bishop c2, and after taking over there like bishop c2, knight c2, e3 and a1 is hanging.
right,
So this could be the plan maybe.
and maybe I could have done
And
something like that.
if we are not going to do anything, rook c3 is also coming. That
Yeah,
is also looks like a very strong idea.
I would probably
How
get my
would
king out
he?
of this
No,
mess
no, no.
first.
Simple rook c3 is very strong. Both he has to go for the bishop c f2, I think. Now you can play like in g7. Don't go for anything like as. Just play this. Then rook c8,
Yeah, the
a5 is there.
trap.
You
Yeah, the
don't
trap.
have to worry.
Does this not work? Oh,
Rook
there's a check.
queen d4 is coming. Yes. Even you could sacrifice the exchange as well. The king position of white is very bad.
Mm. Stuff like this would have happened, I guess. Yeah, still, it's a very good, obviously, position.
Yes. What I am telling you, if you sacrifice the exchange, still your position is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Okay. The
Now I
point
played
is
king
that
g7.
white position is so bad. Whatever he is
Right.
going to do,
Yeah.
that should be right.
If I can just get my queen in this somewhere, I mean, it's game over.
Nothing. You have to just kept it over there. Position is
Right.
very good for you.
Okay, so he started playing some really interesting moves, I thought. He actually played, I didn't expect this move, so it was kind of surprising when he played it. He played bishop b5 here.
That is a bad two, I think.
So I was like, okay, well, let me just solidify the knight here forever. So I played a5.
Yes, yes, yes. That is definitely good. You just have to keep your rook on C file and everything is over.
Right,
His position is too bad. Like we are going to play knight g4 and where this bishop will go. And
right.
after exchanging it, d4 is, we are going to get that d4.
Hmm.
He made a
Yeah, you're
mistake,
right.
I think, because this bishop will going to become a target as well after rook c8, c3.
Yeah,
Queen can't
right.
move anywhere then.
Everything is so like awkwardly placed. Nothing is coordinating
Yes,
for him.
yes,
He can't move any of
absolutely.
these pieces. Like anyone he moves, the other
Yes.
one drops.
Nothing. Bishop e3 is also stuck. And we are
Mm.
going to threaten by knight g4. That is a very difficult to save.
Yeah, true. He played rook fc1.
Okay.
So I actually didn't put it here because I wanted to keep pressure on this one and this one.
Okay. Knight g4 is good idea.
Yeah, I'm
Because
saying I
how could
didn't
he
put it on g4 because my idea was that I want to keep pressuring these two guys. So I
but the
actually put it
point is
here.
that after exchanging the this dark square bishop, how could he save the d pawn?
So you would have just taken it?
No, no, not right now.
Actually good.
It is in our hand. Just play the rook here. Where this
Mm.
bishop is going? Nowhere.
Like this, something like this.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I think it is also not needed. We will not taking this E3 until we are very sure that we are going
Right.
to get this pause. So there is
Yeah.
no need to exchange it quickly.
Right.
His pieces are stuck. We could wait.
Okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying. So I played there's a lot of background
Knight
noise, man.
F5.
Hard to hear you.
Knight F5. You played the Knight F5.
Yeah.
In Knight F5, only one problem is there. When you are taking on D4, your knight got pinned. So you have to take care
Right.
about this.
Right. Yes, that's the thing. So obviously he didn't.
Definitely he has to play bishop F2.
Yeah.
Yes. Now rook C8. Everything is in correct line.
I should have put this rook, man. I don't know why I put this rook
Yes,
here.
H rook. H rook. H rook is the correct.
Right. I
The
have no
point is
idea what
that
is
this
the.
rook is doing nothing. At least A8 rook is doing something.
Yeah.
He has some extra tag on the
Stupid.
queen, protecting the A pawn. So your
Right.
queen will be free to move anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know why in the world I wanted to keep this here, like because I thought maybe one day he will try to play
But
G4 or
both
something.
are okay. Not much difference is there. But it is simple logical thing that we have to use the rook, which is doing absolutely nothing.
Right. Well, you'll see it did matter because later he attacked this pawn. So I should have most definitely kept this rook here. I thought that maybe if I don't activate this rook, right, this rook will just stay
Yeah.
here. And you know, this like what I was thinking is that this one is
So
already
we want to stay there forever. It is
right.
working. What is the work of any piece? He has to do something.
Right, yeah. Well, my
So,
long-term vision actually was to like, you know, one day move the queen here and then play b6 or something.
no, that is not good. You have to keep all your pieces over there. Then what you have to do is maybe you have to play like move like F6 or something.
Mm, maybe, yeah, you're right. I guess so.
Okay.
Anyway, I played this one.
Okay. Okay. It is not too
And
bad,
he
but
had a
it's okay.
very nice move, I thought. I did not
Rook
calculate this
C5.
move at all. He played rook c5, and it was so annoying because I
Yes.
couldn't get rid of anything.
So
I never
you can take
considered
on
this move,
D4.
man. I did
Oh my
consider it, but
God.
I didn't think that there would be much after I take, he takes. And then I thought that my rook just
Okay.
gets pinned. Like I calculated this.
No. The point is that he can't pin your rook forever. The point is that we have the check. So basically, he has to play rook c1, but it is in check.
Mm,
So he has to move his king first. Then we will just double it and then move the queen away. So he has to
mm,
take. Basically, we will end it up with the c file, which is very much needed.
mm-hmm.
I think you have to go for the yes, this one. Rook c8 is much easier.
Yes,
Don't
I do knight
consider
c6.
always the computer move.
What is the idea?
We have the
Why
simple
does it want
choice
to play
as well.
that? Oh, to attack the
He,
bishop.
because if he'll play the bishop somewhere, then you could play the that
Then I
is
could
the
do what?
idea to unpin the bishop f2. Then maybe you can play the d4. Just unpin that.
Like this?
Yes.
Mm,
So the point is that now you can move your rook anywhere. It is not
mm,
you are exchangeable at least. You have the queen
mm,
b2, even you have the queen b4, forcing the queen exchange.
mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, it's enough to win.
Yes, absolutely. This is idea of knight c6. This is what I am telling you. But what is the human choice that simply play the rook h8?
Yeah,
This is the human idea that if we play the rook c1, even we can take it as well because
right.
his f1 is hanging. So we have the rook on the very good position.
Mm-hmm.
What I am telling you that like play rook c1, rook e1, sorry, rook e1.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll just move with the queen. Then at the end, we are ending up with the c file, which is needed for us
Mm-hmm.
because game
Mm-hmm.
is going to be play on the c file only.
Right.
So who has the control of this file? We always have the advantage.
Right.
And you have the passed d pawn as well, which put more pressure on white. Actually, what
Right.
white will do? He just have to wait for the end. He don't have any counter game.
Mm-hmm.
Any. From nowhere he could try to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Like after getting that c file, we can play the b6 as well. Everything is protected. Now we can launch an attack on the king side. Like moving
Right.
up with the queen, then try to put that rook on c3 or I think game is over after that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's over. I agree. All right.
Okay, so
So
what you did?
yeah.
Oh, you
So
haven't considered the knight e4. That was a simple choice, I think so. But it's okay. Sometimes idea not clicking in our mind.
yeah.
And one more thing is that you were shocked by the rook c5.
Yeah,
So
I didn't see that
whenever
at
this
all. Yeah.
type of things happens, you have to keep your eye away from the board.
Mm-hmm.
And after few minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes, you have to come back on the chessboard.
Mm,
Because
makes
this
sense.
type, when this type of situation happens, in
Uh-huh.
reaction, we will make a bad move.
Right. No, I didn't think that rook
Okay, so
c5
this
was gonna be like putting me in a bad position or something like that. I just saw that I
no
was like,
no no,
oh crap, I
but this
didn't.
is a psychological shock for you.
Yeah.
That is the point.
No, for sure. Because
What you
it's
can
it's like
after rook c5, what could you do? You can simply play rook c7. Then he will play rook c1. Then you can play rook h8. Everything is okay.
yeah, yeah. I knew that like it wasn't gonna make my position worse, but I was like, oh crap. I was thinking this whole time that I'm completely crushing him. He's about to resign any second.
Yes, yes.
But then all of a
Suddenly
sudden he plays
he
this very like, like move I didn't calculate and that looks like it's good for him. So it just
even
threw
if
me off.
you could take on c5, that is also winning. It is not bad as well. Because after that, going here, then queen c7, you have an
Hmm.
idea of playing like pawn to d4, then take on
Hmm.
c5.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is also not bad.
Yeah.
But still, he can manage to give you psychological shock.
Right, right. But this is getting, he's getting play now, like there's the stuff
Yes,
happening. Like now he's
absolutely.
gonna like put the rook here, push the pawn, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it is not doing much. Your king is safe. You
yeah,
have to just compare the position of king. So
right.
his king is much weaker than your king.
Yeah, definitely. The
Okay.
only way I
And
could
you
go
have
wrong is if this
extra
queen
pawn
ever
as
landed on
well.
e7. That's the only way I could mess this up. No other way.
Yes, suppose he will get his queen on that diagonal d8 to h4, then he may
Yeah,
able to save himself.
right.
Okay.
So
Okay, what happened in the
anyway,
game?
yeah, after this, he actually did put up some resistance in this phase of the game, believe it or not.
Yes.
I did play rook c7.
Yes, that is also okay. Very
Hmm.
good move.
Obviously, he doubled.
Ac- Yes, absolutely. You have the long-term advantage. So where it is
Right.
going?
Right.
Nowhere.
And again, he surprised me. He played this. I was not thinking this move at all.
Again, you have the
Because
knight
now look,
d4.
this is hanging, that's hanging,
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
absolutely.
it was kind of a very complicated type of. I had to think like really long
Yes,
here, like what's happening
absolutely.
exactly.
You can't
For a
take on
second, I thought
c5.
I'm
That is
losing an
a
exchange,
yes.
but
But
then
what you thought here that you cannot able to take on c5 as well, which is your natural idea.
so here I was little confused, but
Okay.
I tried to remain calm and not think about any kind of confusion, just logically work through the problems. But it was like a puzzle, basically, to solve here.
Yes, absolutely. Knight
So
d4 is possible here,
I did not even
but you
consider
don't
this
get
move
that
one
idea.
time. Not one time
So
I considered
you
that.
have the knight d3 at least.
Because yeah, like see, he can't even do this. because I'm getting away with first a check first.
Yes, that is the point. That is
Then I'm
the
taking.
point. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no, no,
No,
no, no,
no,
I can't. I can't.
you can't. You have to take on that first. No, no,
Wait.
take on C7 first. Rook C7. No, no, no. Knight
If he just
E4,
takes
Rook
this,
C7. You have take on C5 because Rook C1 is a check.
mm,
Take it. Again, Rook C1 is check, and you can play Queen C7 as well to save yourself.
here I'm down to piece though.
No, no, he is just exchange down, I think.
This is very complicated.
Yes, absolutely. Bishops are
I
doing
think the
very
way
good
I
job
played it was
because
much simpler. This is way too much
yes.
complexity.
I think knight d3 is simple thing. You have to go for the knight d3.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I didn't go for all this because you'll see my conversion was I think it was cleaner.
No, no,
Although I haven't.
it is always advisable to go for the simple things.
Right. All right. So,
Okay.
there's a lot of background noise. It's hard to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Like people
अरे
talking in the
भैया
background is like really loud.
अंदर जाके करो. Okay.
Okay. So, what was I saying?
You have to go back. You haven't played knight d4.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What did I do instead? Yeah, I wasn't really considering that too strongly. I mean, I thought about it, of course. I thought there was obviously I've been trying to get d4 for a while, but I didn't think the tactics would work out in my favor exactly.
Okay.
So the move I played, I don't even know. I haven't put this through the computer or anything, so I'm not even sure tactically these things are working or not. After bishop
Okay.
d7, I actually played knight d3 here.
Knight d3 is also okay because if you will take on c8, you will take on c1.
Right.
Okay. So what
And
is
he
it?
had all types of stuff here. I didn't even consider this kind of move. Man.
No, no, nothing is there. Nothing is there. You could take on c5. You can take on c1. Like after taking on.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can't take
that
this.
will work.
Wait.
Yes, absolutely. This is what I told you that we can sacrifice the queen at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate is there.
Yeah, I saw the checkmate ideas. But this is interesting. So, wow.
Did he play queen b5?
No, he didn't play this.
No. So he is going to lose for sure.
Yep.
He
He
took
played
on c8,
actually,
I think.
yeah,
That is a human choice.
right. So I actually took this
Take on
one.
c5. Yes, I am also thinking about this. This is much simpler
Right.
without any complication.
Right, right, right.
Play without any complication. That is a thing which we have to do.
Right.
What I am telling you, if suppose you will sacrifice your knight on c1 knight, still you have a mating next.
Right. So fair enough. He played a move that looked strong for a second, but then I was like, nah,
Rook
this just
b5.
loses.
Rook b5. Yes, I was thinking about this.
It loses on the spot. It loses on the spot.
Yes, absolutely. How could he save the checkmate now?
That and his bishop is now gone too.
Yes, this is trapped. Oh, oh
Yep.
my God. And
It's done.
king
And rook
side
is
is too
pinned.
weak. Like queen c3, queen f3 is
Right.
coming.
Right. Literally this and this and this is what I was planning to
Yes,
do next.
absolutely, absolutely. I got this idea.
Yep. So here I knew I was going to win this game. At this point, I had no doubts anymore.
Yes. No, what I am telling you that if you are playing simple things, simple chess, look at the
Mm-hmm.
king position. His king is
Mm-hmm.
too weak. If we get any chance, any of our piece like rook or queen will penetrate in opponent area, he cannot able to save his position.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, so this game has been played very well by you. All your
Thanks,
decisions
man.
are not excellent, but not bad either.
Got
Because
it.
every time we cannot able to play the brilliant move.
Right.
It is not possible for anyone. So what you did
Right.
is good. Actually,
Yeah.
you
Even if I
keep
don't
calm
find the
in the
best moves, I at least want to be able to explain the reasoning why I played it by following
yeah.
chess principles. Like I should be able to explain every one of my choices using principles
Yes, this
of
is
chess,
yes,
best practices.
yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And one more thing you did very well, that when your opponent played the move which you didn't expect, you keep your calm. That is very important in chess.
Right.
If we are not doing that, we start making blunders.
Makes sense.
Okay, this is very good
So,
game actually.
yeah. At
I
this
think you
point, I think it
haven't
was very.
make any bad move. I don't think so. All moves are okay.
Yeah. He took that, and I again kept it very straightforward and simple. I just simply took his bishop. Did not
Yes,
allow
yes,
anything.
absolutely. Why not?
And oh, he had rook c5 here, which I didn't consider
No,
too
no,
much.
no. Queen d7 is
Yeah,
coming.
I just
No,
moved
we
back.
don't
Yeah.
have to worry. There is a no check from the c8. Like suppose
Right.
if check is from c8, then we
Right.
still
Right.
have to worry.
Right.
Like after rook c5, queen d7, he could play queen b5 and just putting little pressure on you. But it is
Right.
also not possible right here.
Yeah. Here I spent some time calculating this knight check and trying to force a checkmate, but after a few minutes of trying and my clock was running down low, I was like, I don't have time for this. I also, oh, by the way, I showed up to this
Yes,
game
but
late
it
also.
is
So another
definitely going
thing.
to be a checkmate because light squares are too weak.
Well, I tried to keep things simple. I played Queen C3.
Yes, yes, definitely. I also like to play like this. What you did when you are up, don't complicate it. Just keep it
Right.
simple. Just don't give your opponent
I'm
any
going here
hope.
and here.
Yes, 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 yes. He must have to exchange. Oh my God, what he did.
Yeah, he didn't want to go into this lost in game. He would
Yes,
rather
so
just
many betting threats are there.
lose in fashion.
Queen h1, queen g2 is also mad if he could save the d2, like g2.
Yep.
Even after knight d2, you could do the checkmate as well. So everything is good. Very well
Right.
played.
Thanks, man.
What is his rating? That is the 1367. Okay.
Yeah. Low rated player, so I think I played decent, but at the same time, I mean, you can see the moves he
How
made.
it is a US rating, I think, 1367.
Yeah, United States Chess
Because
Federation.
FIDE is starting his rating from the 1400 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They changed.
Correct.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay,
Next one, ready?
okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna like my next game. I played like Capablanca in the end game.
I also played one of your US player, that is the WCM, and I played a very nice end game. You will love to see it.
Great. Look forward to it.
Mm. Even in equal Rupon ending, I won a very nicely.
Wow.
She must surprise how she
Yeah.
lost.
Mine wasn't that straightforward. I mean, like, sorry, mine was more straightforward. He was worse the whole game, but I still think that I'm very satisfied with how I converted because so many times I was just like, why
Yes,
am I
so
going
many
into
times in
this?
the end game we
Let me
missed
just
the
take the
things.
draw. Yeah. Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
take the draw because I was tired, exhausted. I had other places to be, do other things, and
Yes,
the
you are
final
too
break.
busy. Still, you are playing chess. That is a good thing. So you will get some rating points as well.
Man, I wish, dude. I actually had dropped rating points after all this because of that draw against
Okay.
the 1700, and I lost to the 1800. That's why
Okay.
he was same rating as me, and that game was just very. You can see the game if you want on your own, but that game was very frustrating. I would played so well, and then I
Okay. I will
just
definitely
dropped a
see it.
piece. Dropped a piece. Unexplainable stuff.
Okay. It is only because of your tiredness. Sometimes when we are tired, we
Yeah,
can't even see the simple moves.
right. It's partly that I think definitely. 1539 he was. It's a kid, teenager.
Okay. Kids are playing very well right now today in
Man, I'm
today's
telling you.
environment because they can learn everything. They can memorize everything.
You can see the game like I played against that guy John Thien Nguyen Nguyen. It's at the 1700. It was a Chinese or a Vietnamese kid. I think Vietnamese kid. Just like maybe
Okay.
12, 13-year-olds. He was playing like a master. The opening, he crushed me. Crushed me.
Okay. This is the round number three.
Yeah, he crushed me. I just barely, luckily just survived that. I don't know even know how.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, this is it. Last round game.
Okay.
Long game.
Okay. When you are playing Karukan, you have to prepare for the long game because most of the time you will have the result in the end games.
Right. She kind of played passive, like c3, I think is very passive. I think he should have gone for the Panov, in my opinion. If you're gonna exchange, you should play c4 to be challenging.
No, C3 because he wanted to play safe.
That's what I'm saying. It
In
gives black
that,
everything he wants, I think, when you play like this.
the point is that if white player wanted to play for the draw, what could you do?
Mm-hmm.
You can't
So
stop
you think
him.
he was playing for a draw?
Yes, absolutely.
Could be.
He
Maybe
wanted to
you're
play
right.
without risk. When you,
Mhm.
what I am telling you that when you are playing Queen's Gambit exchange, when you are not complaining, this is a
Yeah,
similar position. Reverse.
fair enough.
Actually, this is the reverse Queen's Gambit decline exchange variation.
Got it. Makes sense.
So even you can play it, he can also play it.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Like,
Okay.
it's just whatever. It's opening. It's not that big of a deal. But I mean, like I said, I usually face a lot more challenge if they play c4.
Yes, absolutely. That is, a player wanted to play for the win. He must have to go for the panel.
Yeah, I used to I sometimes have played chess like that back in the day. I used to even play the Kali system just to have like a quick draw. But
Yes,
these days, there's no such thing as draws. If somebody wants to force a win, they will force a win on you. It's hard to
yes,
really
absolutely.
force draws nowadays. People play
Actually, the
very
point is
aggressive and
that when you are playing for a draw, you didn't even consider the good moves from your side, and
yeah, exactly. Right,
gradually,
right.
opponent can put pressure on you.
I never do that. I don't care if I lose to a 1,000 rated player. I'm still gonna always play for the win. I don't go for no kind of draws these days. This game
Yes,
is a perfect
absolutely.
example. I could have taken the draw many times, and the eventual break I did, like I really wasn't sure if that break would be, like I didn't think I was gonna lose, but I also didn't know how it would play out. But I was like, you know what? If I lose, I lose. At least I'll learn from the experience,
Yes, absolutely. They should be the mindset.
Right.
We have to play for the learning.
Yeah, I just want something to go home and look at, basically. Exactly. And if you take draws in
Yes,
those kind of end games, you don't get to play it out, right? The whole point of me going to these tournaments is to get practice, like playing chess.
yes,
Why would
yes,
I offer to take
absolutely.
a draw? I would rather lose the game. I would rather take a worse
And
position and end up losing the game than to just take a quick draw in a position where I had some chances.
even sometime we will play the worst position.
Right.
What my logic is that when opponent wanted to play for win, he will give us chance to. So that's why we played the worst position. So opponent will try to play for the win.
Right. And also you get practice defending a worse position.
Not worse, but little we can say little complicated.
Right.
And
No, well, like if
actually,
I'm obviously losing
when
and he
he
offers me
is
draw, I'll
playing for
take
the
it.
win,
Yeah.
he will give some chances to us as well
Right. No,
because
I'm not
then
talking
he
about
is
like if
trying
I'm
to take
obviously
risk.
lost and he offers the draw. Of course I will take the draw. But I'm saying if it's kind of close, right? Maybe I'm slightly worse in those positions.
Yes,
I don't take the draw
yes,
anymore. I used to, I don't do
yes,
it anymore.
absolutely.
All right. So this knight
Okay,
f6, bishop f4.
okay, good.
And And I was like, I thought for a split second to play e6. I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm getting the bishop
it
off.
is not.
I'll deal with the
Yes,
queen b6, b3 complications. And
yes.
he did, of course, play, no, he waited one more move.
Now things are over. Yes, you have to play E6.
h6.
No, no, don't go for it. That is correct move. E6 is correct. More logical.
Yeah, I'm not worried about this knight too much. Like, should I be
Yes,
worried?
yes. No, no, no. Not, absolutely not.
I think the reason computer wants to play h6 is because it wants to delay. Say,
Yes,
for example,
absolutely.
he wants to
Nothing is there. Nothing is there.
connect.
Don't believe him.
Okay.
E6 is most natural.
Okay. I was ready for these complications. And here, okay, so here's the deal. I have played these positions before, and I have always thought that there's no way queen b6 will work in these positions because I mean,
No,
it's
no.
just bad
You
pawns,
have to
blah,
play
blah, blah.
Queen D7. Queen D7 may be okay. Queen D7 will also not work. This is what
Well,
his idea, I think.
I don't know if it was you
If
or
you
who I was studying chess with. They told me that this structure is actually not bad for black to have these two
yes,
double pawns in.
absolutely.
Because you put a
This
lot
is
of
not
pressure on
bad.
the A file and there's like B5 and all types of stuff coming at some point. Is that really true? That's why I
Yes,
did it, just to
absolutely.
see what would happen, since I've never played like that
Absolutely
before.
true. But this is much better when your pawn is on C6 instead of E6. But that structure is not bad. You don't have to worry about that.
Got it. Got it. Interesting. I didn't
Because so
consider
many
bishop
times we
B6
will,
as giving this up, by the way. That's crazy.
this
Just
is
not
what I
caring
played
about
once.
this.
This is what I played once, but I played the knight A5. That was a bad idea.
This is some weird stuff. This is
No,
not the
no
kind of
one is
game I
going
want
to.
when I'm playing Caro-Kann,
No,
man. I
no,
would
no,
never play
no,
like this.
no, no one going to play like this. No one, definitely. What is his idea is, I think he wanted to force you to play like Queen D7 because Knight E5 is coming.
And I would
After
just push
taking
back.
over there, yeah.
So then
The
why did
point
I
is that
play
he could
the
put
knight
some pressure on your
queen
C6
here?
then. That's the only point.
I mean, if I'm gonna play queen c8, then what is the point of playing it to d7? Why couldn't I just play it right now?
No, if he don't have the bishop e5 idea, we can keep the queen on d7. Idea is to play bishop d6. In this variation, we wanted to exchange this bishop for sure.
But he
That
won't allow that, though, right?
okay.
He'll always put the knight
Yes,
here as soon as we play this kind of
yes,
move.
absolutely. If it is not there, like knight is not on f3, queen d7 will work. Because later you have to bring back this queen to d8 or d7, then you have to exchange on d6. This is needed because we wanted to play rook b8. No, no, rook b8 is possible, I think.
No, I'm just saying, like, if this happened, I would be fine here. I would feel comfortable in this position.
Okay.
Although bishop b5 is kind of annoying. I thought I was just gonna easily be able to play rook b8, pick this up, but no, it's not so simple. He has
What I
all
am
these
telling you to
tricks.
play rook b8 first, then you could do that. Like take no take on d6, rook b8. Then this is okay, I think.
This one as well. Oh, he has a check. Just kidding. But now I have to play down a pawn.
Position is okay, I think. So many times we have to play this type of position. Not to worry.
See, here I'm truly
See,
down a pawn. I have to consider that. Am I okay with that?
but you are okay with that because his c3 pawn is too weak.
Mm, got it. Okay.
Okay, but he is not going to play like he is not going to take on d6 first. He
Right.
will take on b7 first. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I think queen c8 is the simpler choice.
Yeah, makes sense. I didn't do any of that.
What you
Play this.
played? You played this. Okay. This
Yes.
structure is
Just
not
took.
bad because we have to just worry about the b6 pawn, which could be saved by the knight e7 so many times.
Exactly. Yes, I this doesn't work.
He took it. Oh.
Yeah, he sure did. Because as a beginner, as a 1500, of course you're gonna think this is bad.
No, this is not bad. Black has enough
Even I wasn't
competition
sure if
for
this is
that.
good or bad. So of course he's gonna think this is bad, right? Just a beginner
Okay.
level type of stuff. So the advanced ideas of knowing that this is not a bad structure for black, I don't think that at 1500 I would have any clue of that at all. Even at
Okay.
1800, I can't quite exactly know if this is good or bad.
Okay. What you have to do is to just put knight on d7, then play simple chess like bishop e7, f6, and
Right,
even you can keep the king on f7. There
right.
is no need to do castle. Knight d7 is a must here. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God, my computer's freezing all the time. I think it's Lichess. The
Okay.
engine drains my battery. Let's turn this off. Do we need this engine?
No, no, no. Absolute not. I don't like the engine. We
Yeah,
have to analyze our own first. Then we just have to check it.
right. The tactics and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so bishop e7, he played rook f to e1. He was kind of playing kind of like passive type of moves, honestly. I thought maybe he would try to like break this up and stuff, but I don't know. He was just, I mean, it's not a bad move, but I thought maybe he would try to put rook here, right? And try to play like that, maybe.
No, rook e1 is okay because he always wanted to e5 square.
Mm, got it. Okay, that
Because
makes sense.
soon you are going to play f6, then king f7, rook e8, then trying to play that e5.
Mm, wow, I didn't really consider taking e5 from him, honestly, to be honest with you. I did not think
No,
about that.
no, e5 is the very important square in the Karokan. You always have to keep an eye in all variations. In all
Interesting.
variations, you have to keep an eye on e5 square.
Hmm.
This is my teachers told me
No, it makes
when
sense.
I
It makes
was
sense.
younger.
I have to worry about
Not
this
in
bishop
this
in e6
variation,
though.
actually in any variation of Karokan, you have to keep an eye on e5, even in French defense.
Mm,
What they are
got it.
saying, this square is the source of energy.
Right. Every piece will sit there. Makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
So then I castled, actually.
Yes, that is correct. Because right now you can't play f6.
Yep. And again, I don't really like some of his moves that he was making. I don't know, a3.
A3 is okay. He wanted free his rook
Right, fair
for
enough.
the e file. Yes.
Yeah. h6, just to stop any kind of knight business.
I think you have to go for the rook e8. You don't even consider the idea of e5.
So you think I should have played this and played this and this? Or sorry,
You have
sorry,
to
played
play,
here
no,
and
no,
here.
bishop. No, no, you have to play bishop f8 after that, and you have to just wait for the right moment. Even you can play s6, bishop f8, then f6 to keep both of your bishop alive.
Mm,
One thing you have to be for sure that you have to wait for the right moment in this position.
interesting.
Okay.
I didn't think about it quite exactly like you're describing. In my mind, I was thinking that okay, you know, there's not a whole lot of progress I can make immediately. Let's just see how does he,
Yes,
position
that
all
is
of
the
his
point. You have to
pieces.
wait.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
Actually,
You
my
have to
idea
set up your
was,
pieces.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say my
What you
idea
have?
was really to actually play something to c4. That's what I was trying to do.
Yes, knight a5, then knight c4.
Yeah, something like
Absolutely.
this is what I was trying to do.
Yes, you could do that. But
So
problem is that you
I
always have to take care of this b6, so you can't move your knight d7 anywhere.
yeah.
That okay. S6 is not bad either, but I like the rook e8. Just wait
Mhm.
and try to keep the e5.
Yeah, I still thought that he was making kind of passive moves here. Like he played knight here for some reason. I'm not sure why this knight wants to go to g3. Like, what is it gonna attack? Every square is taken. It was much better over here, I thought. Trying to push
Yes,
c4, maybe this, something like that, right?
absolutely,
Or
absolutely.
go here, then put the other one here.
No, no. What is the idea is I can told you that he wanted to play knight on e3, not on g3. There's a
But really,
tactics.
I mean, yes, I see what you're saying, right? He wants to do this knight f5, right? Hit this. But
Yes,
think about it.
actually
His
he wanted
logical
to play
break.
knight d5. He wanted to play knight d5. This is the tactics. Bishop, you can save the bishop, but maybe you can forget the pawn.
If it was me, I would try to think about how can I get this f pawn to here. That would be my idea, because that's the only way he's gonna break the structure. Right? This is the natural thing, right? People just quickly move this knight out and they immediately start playing g4, f4, f5. That's like white's play whenever there's a
Maybe
pawn on
he also
e6.
has to play h3 and wait for the right moment, because if he's moving his knight somewhere, then it is possible that you could play like bishop g4 and taking on f3. Then it is
Mhm.
very difficult position for him. Maybe he can't do anything after that, I think, because knight is needed on e5.
Got it.
He should have to think about that. How could he place a piece on e5 square
Mm,
without
makes
taking on
sense.
c6? Because
Right.
if you're taking on c6, your pawn structure will be okay.
Hmm. Got it. Makes sense.
Okay, then what he did? Knight f1. What you did after that?
Yeah, 1 second. Okay. So
What will you do if he'll play the bishop c7? What is your plan?
he plays it here.
Yes, there's the idea. Now he is going to play knight e5.
Just here, right?
Yes, absolutely. Then he could play bishop g3. He just gain correct idea, and your rook is not on a good square. I think it is needed on E instead of it is on C now.
Why is my rook needed here?
E5 is the point.
I want to
You
play
have to
e5.
keep no, you have to keep an eye on E5. Yes, sometimes you could do that as well.
I'm not understanding, what does my rook being on e8 have anything to do with keeping an eye on e5?
But I think you have to play that.
Does that mean like
Idea
you're
has to
saying I
be
need to play f6?
no. What I'm telling you, you could play like bishop f6, then d e5 directly.
Don't you think this will become a major weakness for me if I push this pawn?
But your
Especially
escape
considering I already have double pawns. This is gonna be isolated. This is a double isolated.
then what will you do after that? You have to do something. You can't sit and wait. He's considering your idea.
It's actually liking his idea too. Interesting.
Yes. Because that is a hidden. Knight e3 is a hidden.
I thought he would play a4. I was waiting for him to play this move. He never did though.
No,
Because
no, he
the
don't have to play that. Otherwise, this is a liability for that bishop.
for the bishop. I mean, it's kind of hard to dislodge this bishop, this knight combination here. I would have to get a knight all the way to h7, which is almost impossible.
Yes. Okay.
Like I'd have to move this
Move your
one, then
game.
put this one here, and then he can just move the bishop away in that scenario. I thought this was a decent move. I considered that he would play this, but he never did.
Actually, he don't want to engage his bishop over there. He wanted to keep it free.
G5. Oh my gosh.
This is the computer move. Human will not like it.
Interesting.
Okay, go with your game.
Yeah,
Rook e1 castle, knight s6. Okay, knight f1. Now what you did?
I played here.
Okay. What if you play knight e3? Just off the engine.
Oh my gosh.
This
I
is
didn't
what
even
I am.
see that.
This is I am. I told you at that time. That is a header that he's going to take on d5.
I did not even see this at all. Wow.
This is
I mean,
what I
later
told
when he
you
came to
that.
G3, I saw, of course, knight f5.
No,
But
what I
here that
told
there
you
was a
that.
threat, I did not see this at all.
Yes. And now you understood why that rook is needed on E.
Yeah. Yes. Now, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes, makes sense. Makes sense. Or like, yeah, or just immediately dropping the bishop back to f8.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Actually, we wanted to keep that bishop. So we
Right.
have to just keep it and just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. And here he can attack it again, right? Now I have
A1,
no
what I
choice but
am
to give up this
thinking,
up.
A1,
I have to
can
play
he play
this.
this? So he could take on E4 and at least he has the two bishop advantage.
Yeah.
Can he took on D5 first then F3? Okay, it is not possible. Knight D6 is coming. Okay. Now he has something.
You mean like that? Is that what you try to say?
No, it is not working. It is not working.
Okay.
No,
Are you sure?
we can consider that actually. What I was thinking that knight D6 is coming. Okay, yes. This is what I thought actually. Knight. No, after that we have the no chance to play.
Like this,
F3.
right?
Now, so you will get one more pawn, I think. G5 is possible. No, it is not possible too. Yes, absolutely. Take the pawn is okay. So white got one pawn. That is a decent position.
All right.
He has the
And he
control
has the
of the
bishop
E file as well.
and rook on
He has the
seventh.
control of the
Everything.
E file as well.
Yeah, this would not work for me. Definitely no way. That's crazy. All this tactics were there. I didn't even think about this. Man, that's
Okay.
insane. See, I'm not aware of these kind of things. Like the fact that I didn't even see this is just concerning to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what you did in the game?
Luckily, he didn't do this. He played the here.
Okay. Sometimes what happens when we are thinking too seriously, opponent
Mm-hmm.
will do the same.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a hypnotize.
Right. Well, I mean, the idea of knight e3 and d5 is kind of not a 1500 level idea either, you know? So I mean, I missed it. I'm sure he missed it too.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this position seems to be okay for you.
Right.
Okay, play bishop g6, I think. Even you
Okay.
can play bishop h4
So
as well.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You said bishop h7?
Bishop S7. Yes, S7.
Yeah, but I wanted
That is,
to. I'll tell you why I played this, because it's called the principle of maximum activity.
yes.
Here it's more active because I can choose between this diagonal and this diagonal, and I'm attacking more squares, way more squares here.
What is the idea behind that bishop A7? We can push those pawns as well from the king side, like G5 first, then bishop G7, then doing something, and then we'll try to push that H5, H4 as well,
In all
if it is
honesty, man,
possible.
I know you're talking about these center breaks and this king side. I had no intention of touching anything on this half of the board. My entire
So
goal
you
was to get this knight here and
Okay,
tie
so the
him up with
basic
all of
idea,
these.
yes, that is good. So basic idea, because if you can able to force him to push any of the queen side pawn, then your position is good because all pawns are become weak.
Yes,
Because
I
this
was
now
just focused on getting.
you must have to cap this bishop on this diagonal. So for that reason, I think you should have to play this on h7. What is the purpose? That whenever you are moving your d7 knight,
Mhm.
anytime, and then you will play your knight on a5. He can play knight e5 anytime. When he can capture on c6, then play the knight e5. So you have to
Mhm.
take care about this. So for that purpose, you can keep it on s7. So there is a note such type of things.
Right.
Although it is not doing anything, but sometime it happens like in bishop into c6. If sometime by mistake, if you play the rook into c6, then knight e5 is coming and taking on g6, and e6 become permanently weak. So
Mm.
to avoid these type of things, we have to kept it over there as well. Our idea is very simple: bishop s7, knight f6, knight a5, knight c4. Because bishop
Bishop,
c7 is not
bishop.
coming from the
Sorry, say that
white
one more time.
side.
Bishop what? Say that one more time.
I am telling you to now our idea is to play knight f6, knight f6 in the next, then knight a5, then knight c4. Work done.
And the bishop on h7 has what to do with it? What is the reason of the bishop?
What I
Or is
want
this?
that when I played the knight f6, I he could play bishop into c6 and keep full control of the e5 square. That is the only defender of that e5 square. So this
Oh,
is
I see, I
I
see, I
don't
see.
want to allow.
But that
This
would
is
be
what I
okay
am
with me
telling
if he
you.
takes this knight.
Yes, that would be okay with
I'll
you,
take
but
this and I'll play c5.
yes, absolutely. But what is the point of giving one tempo by saving this bishop on h7? If he'll play the knight e5, then definitely he will. You have to
Oh, I see
spend
what you're
one
saying.
tempo to
Oh, yeah,
save
yeah,
this.
yes, yes. I know what you're saying. Yes, I did consider that. Then one day he
Yes,
may hit
this
that.
this this is
Um,
this is what I am telling you, that we have to just waste one tempo. If bishop is on the s7, we are okay. Similar idea is there.
yes, yes. But I still think that the g6. One second.
Yes, I can
One
understand. You
second.
don't want to allow him that knight h5 later of
One
the
second. One
game.
second. One second. Hey, Edward. Um, okay, bro. So can you give me actually, bro, I gotta finish some stuff before tomorrow. Can we postpone? I'm so sorry, man. I thought I would have some time, but I'm in chess class and I have some work to do as well. Okay, bro. Sorry about that again. I'll hit you up this week for sure. Okay, man. Bye. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, I
Okay,
see
go
all
with
the
the game.
points, but I still felt that my
Okay, there is a
bishops.
not much difference between these two moves. It is okay. Go with the
Mm,
game.
okay, so rook 81.
Okay. You don't understand that your idea, I think. Knight f6.
Yeah, I think he just, yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing with some of these moves.
Actually, he don't understand the plan. It means he has to pay price for that.
Right. I think he didn't have a plan. I think he was just moving pieces.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, he
He is
doesn't know
not
what to
working on
do.
plan. He is just waiting. What he is thinking that black is doing nothing. I should also not do anything.
Right.
But you have some plan. He don't have.
Right.
95. You got your idea now.
Mm-hmm.
If that pawn is on A7, that will be very difficult for him.
Yep. My position looks fun to play, right? Like, look at the knight and everything. Now he can't move any of these things, but it was surprisingly
Yes.
difficult to crack this. Maybe I should have
Yes,
combined this with
absolutely.
your idea of pushing these two.
Huh? And okay, डेढ़ घंटे what you can do that you cannot able to play like rook a5 then rook b5 because after b4 that rook is doing nothing, it's stuck
Yeah,
over there.
I considered this many times and I was gonna do it, but I even thought about putting 1-2 here, but then I started seeing there's all types of tricks he has as well, like this and
Yes, absolutely.
maybe something like I don't know exactly what, but bishop back here, right? Like this pawn is not really going anywhere.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
it's hard to win it.
What could you consider that I think you haven't considered that you have to think about the b5 and b4 idea to open up the any of this file. So you have to keep it in your mind. Right now it is not working, but definitely in future it will work.
I did. I many times considered before b5, b5 before. I
Yes,
considered knight a3, knight b2, taking
yes,
sacrificing the knight
absolutely.
from these three pawns. But
Yes,
this is one of those
absolutely.
situations
This is
where I need to
possible.
get every piece to the perfect squares and slowly start to then think about how can I crack it. I was in no
Yes,
rush. No rush
yes,
at all.
you have to be. If you are rushing, then your position is bad.
Right.
Okay. Even you have one idea, one more idea is there. Now your knight is perfectly placed on c4, so you can bring back this knight on d7, then like b5, knight b6, knight a4.
And what will the knight do on a4?
He then b2 is under pressure, and he can't play
Oh,
b3
this
because
knight.
yes, yes, this knight.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, that's a long journey.
So, so what you are doing with it here?
I
We
did
have to
consider,
put
by the
some
way.
pressure.
No, you're not the
Okay,
only person thinking of this. I definitely considered this move and
okay.
coming here, and coming here, like what you're saying.
This
That
is idea. This is
yeah,
idea which is useful in Karugan.
right, yeah,
Even
yeah.
in
I thought about something like that.
even this idea will work in like which opening that is a London system. In
Right.
London system, this type of structure occurs, and this idea will come over there as well.
No, definitely considered all these things that you're saying, right? Like this two knights attacking this, but again, bishop here, rook here, right?
Then we
Knight
will
here, and
consider
knight
the
d3.
sacrifice
There's
on
nothing.
a3. Then we will consider the sacrifice on a3 because then knight will take on c3. That is a difficult thing for your opponent.
Mm.
Then we'll
Maybe
sacrifice
so,
one
but I
knight
mean,
on.
again, I have to be very, very sure because, okay, yes, I can sack, but
Yes.
keep in mind, I have doubled pawns. I don't have two connected passed pawns. If it was two
Okay,
connected passed
but
pawns, I wouldn't even think before sacking one of these
yes,
pieces,
oh
right?
yes,
But it's two
definitely,
doubled pawns.
definitely. Then anyone can sacrifice over there after pushing
Yeah.
these pawns further. I think that after if our pawn is on a7, there is no need to sacrifice. We have the simple b5, a5, and b4.
Mm. Right, right.
Okay, 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 okay. Go with the game now. He played rook e2, I think.
Yeah, he did. And
Okay,
I play. Oh, then I saw this that he could do that next, so I moved the bishop.
that is good idea.
Yeah,
Knight e5, that is a good idea too.
I took it.
Why don't you play the b5? You could do it. You could definitely do it.
I did not exactly want to give up on the possibility of rook here and here. So that's why I didn't want to commit this just yet.
Okay. So if you'll take over there, suppose, like you will play the b5, play it, and then he will take it. Then you will take
I
it with
was,
the b.
yeah, I
Now
was
you
gonna do
have the
this.
simple idea of rook a6 and b6, then rook b5. Like what opponent will do? Maybe he will play the rook b1, rook on second rank, and bishop on c1. Then you have the bishop into a3.
He would not have played it here. He would have kept it here, by the way. And in
Then
that
he has
time,
to take care of back rank, I think.
like he has three pieces defending it. I have 1, 2, and 3 attacking it. Or sorry, not even 3, actually 2.
Two. Absolutely.
That's the reason
Okay.
why I thought that. I mean, I could see the ideas, but I didn't see enough forces to really crack this.
Okay.
I have just
Go
not
for the
enough to
game.
to crack it.
But that was the idea. You have to definitely go for it because
Yes, I was
this
considering
is the
it
simple
every move, I
thing. This
promise.
is the simple thing. If your one pawn is just preventing opponents stucking your opponent two pawns, like fixing two pawns, then it will be good. Always good for you. Like your c4 pawn is stopping c3 and just this b2 is backward as well. So
Yeah,
just one pawn is stopping two pawns. So it will
yeah.
be good in the end game.
Makes sense. Ooh.
Because in the
Okay.
end game you need the spare moves your opponent don't have.
Right. True. All right.
Okay.
So knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, knight d7.
Okay.
Now I played it.
b5. Yes,
I
sir.
was going to bring this knight here. Now I have a, good knight versus this bad bishop type of scenario.
Yes, absolutely.
And if I could somehow play bishop d6 and take this knight also, I would have been very happy.
Yes,
I considered it.
absolutely.
I considered it. I wasn't for sure going to do it because I don't know if I have enough to actually win, but I definitely considered it.
Okay.
So then he played rook, d to e1.
He's just waiting.
Yep.
I think now you have to seriously consider that b4 idea. Is it there or not?
b4
Before that, instead of playing that move,
here.
b4. Yes, I was thinking that it could do something.
Then
Rook a2, rook a2, then
okay.
knight a4. Don't play it. Don't play it. Then I think we have the bishop is not there. We can play bishop e7, then bishop c5 sort of. I think I like this position. A1 you can play b5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
A1 you can play rook a1 as well.
Keep in mind though, he's
Rook a1 you can do. Instead of b5, you can play rook a1.
it's the threat.
No,
No.
bishop into b4 is there. Bishop into b4.
Does he have to go back?
Then can we play rook b1? No, rook b1 not possible because of knight d2 there.
Yeah.
No, position looks okay. We just improve the position of bishop. Bishop e7, I think.
This idea here.
Just have to. Yes, absolutely. In future, we are going to do that.
It's not that easy. Like I was telling you, I considered all these kind of type of things. Like I many times wanted to play b4, but I wasn't able to see all the exact ways how can I crash through. I knew I was gonna get a lot of play and pressure, but it was just like he had enough
Yes,
pieces to
absolutely. He
hold
just
things together.
but
So
we
that's the
can't
thing.
make progress as well.
Yeah.
Okay, go for the game.
Okay.
It was interesting, not working although, but very interesting
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Um.
Okay, what you did? He just gave up that pawn. Definitely he will
Huh?
save the b2.
Wait a second.
b2
Wait.
pawn is
Wait.
under
Wait.
attack.
Yeah, he didn't. No,
Yes.
he didn't give it up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Yes, this is not good. He maybe played rook e2 after that.
Yeah. Yeah. He did. He did. Sorry. Hold on. What move number are we on? There's a lot of background
Move
noise, by
number
the way.
20.
A lot of
One
loud
second. One
talking.
second. यार तुम लोग यार मान नहीं रहे हो मतलब अभी हो जाएगी ये सब बातें आवाज गूंजती है ओके
Okay. So d7, bishop f4, b5, rook d to e1, knight b6,
rook
knight
d to
f1.
e1 you told rook d to e1 you played rook e to e1 I think he
Oh,
used the other rook
yeah. You're right.
yeah.
After b5, rook d to e1. You're right. That's what the
D to
problem
E1.
was.
Yes. Just promote it. Otherwise, you will
6,
forget.
1. Are we here? Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, you are going to forget that. Promote
Right.
it once more.
Knight c4. Now 93. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Promote it once more. It is not main game, I think, till now. Now it is.
Okay. So then, 1 second. If you want to check this message, I did this one. I did. Okay. So yeah, 93 he played. Okay, so I just wanted to put all my pawns on the light squares, and I wanted to exchange off the bishops now. That was my idea. Okay, I want to play king here, bishop here. What do you think about that?
I was actually we don't have access of that any file which we needed. So why don't you consider bishop e7 then bishop g5? You can consider that because the point is that right now you can't able to push that f pawn which is needed if you wanted to do something on the queen side. Maybe you should try to improve your king position. You can play king s7. You have about bishop e7, king f8, e7. Sorry, king f8, f8, e8, d7 like this. I think it is time to improve your king position. You have to go for the
Yeah.
bishop e7.
Yeah.
I think you haven't think about that. Bishop e7 is right now not possible, I think. Knight d5 is coming.
This was the only plan I could think of at the moment was to just go like this. That's I
Okay,
had nothing
okay,
else. I didn't know what else I could do here.
okay. Go for
Like I
it.
said, I considered these ideas of before and stuff, but I looked at those complications, but I did not see any kind of crash through plan.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We are not gaining anything over there.
Yeah.
So why we will sacrifice the pawn
Yep.
then? Okay.
What was the last move I played? 93.
93 H5, I think you played.
I
That is
don't think he
a
should have
not
taken that
good
move.
move.
Yeah, now he
Yes,
gave me
that is a
something to
not
play
good.
for.
Yes.
Still, it was not very
And
easy at all, as you'll see.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
But
Because his
now
bishop C1 will save everything. But
that,
we have
but
some idea.
here's the reason why I don't like that move is because now if let's just say I trade off everything somehow in an end game, my pawn is very far advanced and he can't progress. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, I can understand.
If you took off all the pieces now, right?
Mhm.
I'm winning basically because of this pawn. Not winning, but like I'm better.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's kind of how it played out in the long term.
But for that you have to keep at least one piece over the board. If you will
Yeah,
exchange everything, you cannot win that.
right.
It is very difficult, I think so.
Yeah. He kept putting all his pawns on dark squares, man. Every pawn.
So
And
you
I'm
have to
trying
tell him
to put
thank you.
all my pawns on light squares. Oh, after this
I
fight,
think it
after
is
H5.
time. I think it is. I think it is time to bring your rook on B now.
C4. Oh yeah, then he played H4. Then I played Rook A5.
Okay.
Oops. G3.
Hmm.
I went for this, thinking maybe I can try to go for something like that. Maybe he'll make a mistake or
Yes,
something, but
yes,
there
yes,
was
yes. Absolutely. You are right. You are doing correct things. I'm feeling.
I knew F5 was his
Oh,
only idea, so I had to shut that down. I played G6 right away.
okay. Now your position is very good because your king is going through.
Mm,
And now you can consider your sacrificing idea as well, like rook B3,
right.
then bishop into A3.
Yep. All these ideas were just going through my head over and over and over. I was trying to calculate to see can I get enough to convince myself to do it. And I almost went for it actually. I was just let me just give up the bishop and try to get out a couple of these pawns and see what happens. I get this pawn at least, but I was too scared and he didn't allow it either.
One more thing you can do, that you can bring your king toward the A2 or B3.
Oh, I did not consider
Maybe,
that.
but but again the point is that after that what? You must have to sacrifice something on A3. That is needed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So after you do that though, I mean, I have to by then I'm sure he'll bring his king over here. It's not that easy. Like I have to be able to win C3 also, which is
Yes,
not
you
so
have
easy
to
at
at
all.
least you have to win at least 2 pawns.
So I'll tell you, I didn't do that, but I did consider this move.
Yes, that is also okay.
I
That is
trying really hard to
you
play
have
that.
only 2 plans. Either you have to go on a B3 or G4. Only
Right.
2 plans you have.
Yeah.
On
So
G3, you have one extra benefit, I think, but one loss is also there. It is possible to create mating net over there for white sometime.
yes, those mating
So
nets
you
were
have to
always
take care
possible.
about
Even with
that.
my bishop here,
Yeah.
there was mating nets
Yes.
possible all the time.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to take
Because
care
I have
about
to
that.
play this move to try to break through. And you'll see later, all these
No,
ideas
no, that is
came.
not working right now. It will not work
No,
working
not right now, but
definitely.
later on, like I thought about putting king here, playing this and this to break, but it was not so simple. as
Yes,
you'll
yes,
see.
it is difficult. I think it could backfire as well
Right, right.
because he has the firm control.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the g6, he played king g2, king g7, 3, bishop e6, rook f2, no, king
Rook
f2.
b3. Play the rook b3. Always keep that rook over there. So you will get some chance.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I
you can
did see
sacrifice
that, but
on
I
a3.
didn't,
So
I wasn't gonna do the sack, so what's
the
the
point
point?
is that you have to just keep it over there. It is doing nothing. And sometimes if you get chance to sacrifice on a3 and taking on e3 pawn, then we have to
Yeah, no, I
consider
did.
that.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Just to keep it active here. I know, understand.
Yes. One more thing you can do if keeping this bishop on other diagonal like on a7, then playing king to e7, then f6 and sometime e5 if king will remain on that diagonal.
Well, king will definitely not remain on that diagonal. He's not that stupid. Come on.
But we have to keep some idea. We have one more
Right. No, I
idea,
was
maybe
trying. Trust me. I did.
I think you have to play rook b3. Then you can play like b5 and b4 and keep that rook on a6, then a2. Maybe by doing this, we position is not winning for white anymore. But
Right.
we have at least a5, so we can do something.
Right. I was waiting for him to I was just trying to tire him out, just constantly just doing this and this and this. And I thought maybe
But
he will just
whatever
get,
you are going to do, you have to keep your rook on b3. This is what I am telling. Just
yeah,
move all other things over here and there and keep that rook on b3. So you may get chance to get something at least sooner or later.
right. Makes sense.
Like, yeah, we could open up the A or C file at any moment.
Right,
And the
right.
point is that he cannot able to win after that as well.
Yeah. No, for sure. I knew I was aware of this. I did play rook b3 next move actually. So after rook c8,
Okay.
he just kept shuffling. I played
You
there.
one more thing you have to keep in your mind. He could sacrifice on e6 as well his rook. So sometime, so you have to
Mm.
keep this in your mind.
Oh my God, I
Sometime
didn't
we'll
even
forget
consider
that.
that.
Sometime we will forget that and opponent would do that.
Right. But I mean, it's not working anytime soon. He's just down a rook.
No, no, not right now. But you have to be very careful about that.
Right, right,
Sometimes
right.
it could
Yeah.
happen. Suppose
Right.
if you move your king too far away and your rooks are engaging on the queen side, suddenly he will sacrifice over there and swap all the
Right.
pawns from the king side and then start moving them.
Hmm. That's true. Good point. Yeah, I definitely didn't consider it because I didn't think it was even remotely possible. But yeah, good to at least
No,
keep in
no,
the
it
back
is
of the mind.
definitely possible. You have to keep an eye on it.
Right.
Even you have to consider the idea of G5, then H5, then F5. He has something.
Hmm. I thought maybe if he tried to play for a win, he would try to play G4 and H5,
Yes, definitely. Yes, he has
which
to
is
do
one reason
that
why I
because
brought the rook back, just in case if he tries that, I'll bring this back.
yes, yes, yes.
But it didn't seem like he was trying to win the game.
No, yes, from the beginning, he don't want to win.
Right.
Since
All
beginning,
right. So
he is
rook
not trying to
B5.
even do anything. He's just defending,
Yeah.
just waiting.
Right. Rook 3 to E2. Rook A5. Rook F2. Rook A8. Oh, sorry. It was King F2.
Okay,
Then here.
promote it, promote it. Otherwise, you will forget
Then
it.
here.
He's just waiting. What I told you that he's just waiting.
Yeah. Rook E8.
You have everything other than breakthrough.
Yep. Rook e7.
Yeah. Now you are onto the correct track. Because if we will have the bishop ending, then we have a chance.
Right. So I was trying to think of how to construct this break
Yes,
because I knew at this point I
absolutely. You
have to go
are
for this.
definitely doing correct thing. And
Mhm.
maybe before playing e5, you should play the b5 as well.
Right. I did. Of course, I improved everything and then I went for the break.
Yes, yes, yes. Because he can't do anything. If he
Right.
wanted to do anything, he must have to play g4.
You're right.
He is not a very good player, I think.
Yeah, I mean, passive, really.
Because if some active player is there, maybe he will consider the f5. Just sacrifice
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pawn, then exchange the bishop and just waiting again.
Right. Do this or put the bishop here or something, right?
Bishop is on f4, f3.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Right.
exchange that bishop.
Right. That's true. That's true. Makes sense.
He must have to
Although
try
although
this.
my e5 break is not necessarily like you can see the evaluation here. It's not really like groundbreaking either. I don't even know if computers suggest that break. I played
It
f6
also
here.
is. Yeah.
I don't know what he wants to do. Like he just wants to shuffle back and forth forever, I think,
No,
right?
no, no. Don't. You already knew that engines are very poor in the end. They have to
See,
use the
it
table
didn't do
base to
anything at all. It just
improve.
shuffled the whole time. That's all it did.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to the end of the variation.
He even considered that this position is draw. Even he is thinking, I don't want to play for the game. But you have some idea at
Right.
least.
So I wonder what it says about my next move, f6.
He will
Does it
understood
ever
the
give
things
e5
very
as a
later
break?
on.
Nowhere. Look at this. There's nowhere any sign of e5.
We will maybe it is only because if f5 will open up, then he will get the counter chance too.
Right.
That could
Because
be
this
the
is the
reason.
problem. This is the problem.
Maybe he is not taking. No, no, this is not problem. Even you can your king will be in fire of matting attack. Bishop, rook,
Well,
and uh,
the problem
bishop and
actually
two
is
rook.
I think is my king will be actually you'll see I walked my king over actually. Um
Okay.
but this was my problem. That's why I brought the king to guard this guy.
One more thing is there. Maybe that is a bishop g5 he could play sometime
Mm-hmm.
to remove your
Exactly.
rook from there.
Exactly. But before I played f6, I many times considered this idea of coming here, then playing f6 and here.
That
But
that
then
that
I
is
kept
not
saying the
working.
mating. Yeah, the
You
checkmating
could be
stuff
yes,
was
yes,
moment I
absolutely.
play f6, rook
You
e5 will happen.
yes, absolutely.
So yeah, couldn't do it.
Even he could consider it right away as well.
Right.
Rook e5. If you'll take it, queen side is already blocked. Then bishop g5, bishop f6, everything is closed.
He could even sack this, you're saying, right? Like, and take this like that.
Yes, 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 yes. He could do that.
Put this here, put this here. Yeah, there's ideas for sure. You see what I was trying to do? Trying to go here and then try to push this at the right moment.
Yes, sir.
Thinking I can take advantage of this diagonal, but he saw all of it.
Now you're considering the g5, I think. You are just waiting actually.
No, I can't play g5, man. I'm losing a pawn.
Yes, you can't play that. Very difficult to make progress.
Yeah, here I was just shuffling just to see if he would try something or not. And gaining some time on the clock also. I was getting low.
Yes, this is played in. And that is the ethical. So we could do that.
Right. But I did rearrange my piece. I wasn't just mindlessly moving things. I was also rearranging everything here.
Yeah. Yes, your king will get the good position.
Mm-hmm.
Now, king e3 is not possible. He could play e5.
Sorry, he didn't play king e3. I'm sorry.
Yes, absolutely. Why
Played
would he
king.
do that?
I played king d. What move number is this? 57, right?
Yes.
Played king. I played king d7. He played rook e3. Then rook c8.
You are on the right track.
3 to e2. Rook c to e8.
So, yes, sir.
King g2. Bishop
Before
c7.
you are playing correct.
Yeah, man, I just really didn't want to draw this game. I was trying everything. And I came here just in case if d5 becomes a problem. And I thought for almost 20 minutes. 15 minutes
Because
at
this is
least.
a make or break situation. Even you
Yeah,
are taking risk because you can lose it too as well.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like you can see, like it's not much worse for him. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Let me just play this as an experiment.
What he's
If I
saying that
lose,
what he's saying that bring your rook to this is very good idea. Bring your rook to king to b3 and then play the e5. So his bishop will not able to participate in the game. Got that idea?
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on 1 second.
I like it.
Oh shit.
King a5. This is your game.
No, this is not my game. This is the computer line I'm following.
No. I am telling you what you have to do. Just go on the real position. Maybe what I am saying that your opponent is how your opponent playing till now. Definitely he will allow you to play king a4.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
He
Bring
don't
the king
even
here,
consider
hiding on this
that
guy.
move this bishop to anywhere.
Right.
So
This
suppose
bishop
if
is
your king
immobile.
is on, yes, if your king is on b3, then
Right.
you will play the e5 and rooks got exchanged over there. How could he then
Right.
save that end game?
Yeah,
He can't
exactly.
save. For that purpose, you can improve position a little bit more, like playing bishop to d6, then play the e5. So your e7 rook is also defended. It means you can take either pawn as well.
Right.
Okay, so that could be the winning plan.
Right. Yeah, I got the idea. Makes sense.
Yes, king b3, bishop e6, e5, then take any pawn. If he'll exchange, we are welcome him as well. Because we just wanted to exchange, at least if one pair of rook is also exchanged, he's going to lose this. We just wanted to take the entry from the e5. Or king
Yeah,
c2 is also there after that. So maybe he cannot able to save that game.
right. Makes sense.
Okay. That was a simple winning plan. Because your opponent don't want to do anything, it means he is going to lose. He
Right.
can't stop that idea. He can't even consider that bishop e3, rook b1, b3. He can't. It is not possible him to consider. And if he'll do that as well, like playing b3, at least you have some chance on the queen side. If
Yeah,
any
for
file
sure.
opened up, you have some chance.
Right.
Okay, go with the game.
Yeah, no, all these things are exactly correct. I 100% agree. I did not even consider this spring king and bringing the king all the way here, honestly. Definitely did not
That
consider.
was simple run actually. King must be activated in the end game. Everything
Yeah.
you saved on the e file, so you can go for
I
it.
thought I needed my
This is
king to
what we
support this
considered
pawn.
before some time as well. Before
Well,
some time, we will consider that idea as well to bring the
keep
king
in
on b.
mind though that he doesn't have to exchange rooks. He doesn't have to exchange
Actually, the
everything
point is
on
that
e5.
if we have the
He could just
bishop
swing them
over
over.
b6, no, he can't do that. He must have to
Yeah.
exchange at least one rook.
Okay, maybe one rook, but not the both.
That is enough. One rook is enough for us. Because if king is on b3, we can play king c2 anytime.
Okay, makes
We
sense.
have he has to give us entry through that e file. So before he will take our pawns, we will swap all the pawns. And the
Right.
c4 pawn will be winning for you because it is very nearer to
Yeah,
the queening square.
right. Makes sense. Bishop c7, king f3, king c6, king g2.
Actually, when you are tired, even simple idea you cannot able to consider
Yeah, this was a long game, man.
because it is
I've been
too
playing
long
for
game.
hours.
Yes, I can understand.
Then I played it finally.
Yes. But the point is that you could improve your king's position before playing that, which you didn't do.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. But still, all chance are belonging to you, not to your
Right.
opponent. Because of
Wow, he had so many tricks here. Look at this move.
that's why I'm telling you to put bishop on d6 first.
Interesting.
Then he cannot able to play this because our e7 is protected then.
Yeah, you're right. Interesting. I could have. There's no reason to not put the bishop here, right? Because I mean, the bishop is not doing
Yes,
anything more
absolutely.
here.
You can do it. You have all the moves. You have all the
Man,
times
you're
to play
right.
that.
No reason why the bishop should have not been on d6 to protect e7. I
Yes,
didn't even.
yes.
You're absolutely right. 100%. Poor planning here. For a critical break like this, I did not plan properly. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about this idea. It didn't even occur to me.
Because
And
after playing this, he will get the access of F file first.
mm-hmm.
And game may be ended in a draw because you can't able to hold your E pawn for longer.
Right. Okay, here
That is a losing. That is a losing for him now.
it's losing for me.
No, 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 for him.
So here I thought he
That
should
is
have
a
just played
very
here. Why didn't he just play this?
no. We have the rook E2 then rook C2. So rook can't move anywhere. No, this is what exactly we want. We wanted to play this endgame. Exchange it and then play the d4. Game is over.
Okay. So he has to play like this.
Rook c2, simple. Simple. What will he do if he'll play the okay, there's no need to play this. King d7, then that is okay. Play king d7. Just we'll wait for the right moment. Don't allow any entry. Okay. Actually, I want to sacrifice it. Okay, he's saying king c6 again. Okay, go with him, and we will see what he suggests. Actually, in the previous position, we could sacrifice that pawn as well. I always wanted to sacrifice that. What do you think?
Pawn what? I'm sorry, say
Like,
that one more time.
go back. Go back. Okay. Here. No. After rook e1. Now sacrifice the pawn on d4. King d5. Just leave
He
it.
should
You
he
can
should start
play.
his own counter play now.
No. His b2 pawn is very weak, I think. Can we take on d4? Okay. I think we are exchanging too many pawns.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get to this with the bishop and stuff. King needed to be here or something. Maybe here. Bishop needed to be on this diagonal.
It is not working right now. Maybe position is definitely okay for us, but it is not clearly winning.
Then he has now
No.
checks, you know.
We don't allow him to do that.
Then he can start attacking this guy. So many things.
But the point is that he can't do more than that
Mm-hmm.
because his bishop will not join in the attack anymore.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway, what I don't think that he should have ever exchanged the rooks. No matter what he does, he should
Yes.
never have exchanged rooks. I would never,
Yes,
ever,
absolutely.
in a
After
million years,
exchanging rook, he
exchange rooks.
cannot able to save this game because when your
Nothing.
king has the straight way to penetrate
Right.
onto the queen side, he can't defend the both sides.
Yes.
Like queen side is also weak.
Now it's literally a matter of whether I find a breakthrough, which I will. But he
Yes,
has nothing
absolutely.
to play for. No tricks, no counterplay, nothing.
That his pawns are also stood on the wrong squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens?
What do you think I played here?
D4.
Yep. Absolutely.
I will always consider this type of moves.
That was my only chance. If I can let it, if he gets the bishop here, it's not so
Yes,
simple.
absolutely. That is the only chance you have.
Mhm.
The king will get the very nice square.
Yeah.
Clearly. You are clearly winning. You could take it.
I can't actually because of the opposition situation.
Okay. I understood. You just have to
I was
waste one
trying
more.
to throw him off so that he would lose the opposition and then I would take, but he never did. He maintained it the whole time.
So what about king e4?
I mean, I can't really leave this pawn. You know, I have to keep.
No.
I have to take this.
What is the point? If he'll play the d5, you can take it. His b2 pawn is very badly placed. Now, how could he save that? See, b2 like bishop s6, c1, everything is gone.
I didn't even consider that idea. Wow. I mean, I wanted to go for this, yes, but I didn't consider going like just leaving this
Even
and
even
going for
if
this.
you are feeling some risk, you can just reroute this bishop toward the d6. Maybe
Yeah,
that would
wow.
also winning.
I did not consider just letting this sit here. I thought I had to take this somehow or something. Interesting. But I mean, okay, so if he goes back, like what's happening exactly? I would just leave. Oh, I would just leave this.
Yes. Actually, when he played, you can play bishop f8. Everything is gone.
And now the
Actually, you
idea
can.
is what? That I'm playing this and coming and
Idea
taking
is
this.
that you can come back, then take that pawn, and you are still playing bishop endgame, not the king pawn endgame. So he cannot able to save g3 and b2 at the same time.
I can come back and take which pawn? What are you talking about?
D. You
With
can play
what?
king e4, then king.
Right now?
You can. No. You have to play bishop f8. Now you can bring your king to d4, then take on d5, then put the bishop on e5. Everything is no, he is not going to do that. I think she's just telling you to take such a risk because pawns on both wings. Just take on h4. That was a winning. I won such an endgame against an IM.
Still looks, I mean, okay, there's still stuff to calculate.
No. Just bring the king. C3. What advantage we got? It is showing 35.
Here?
Everyone can go for the b3 as well.
Then what? Push this?
Take on a3. Why we are pushing that? Just now you can push. If we'll move the king on e2, then we have to push the other pawn.
Mm-hmm. No way to hold it, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So after bishop h8, he played king, or no, bishop f2.
King e4 is a simple idea.
I played this. How do I promote this variation?
Yes, no need of these variations.
Do I play force variation?
Which one?
Hello?
Okay, I don't use this idea. What is that? Right?
Okay, bishop g7. Bishop f2.
1 second. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens after that?
What was the last move? Bishop f2. Move number, what is that move? 72.
Bishop F2.
Then I played king e4. Then he played bishop e3. No, sorry. Yes.
No, it is your move, I think. Okay. Okay, okay, correct.
Hold on one second.
थोड़ी देर शांति से बैठ ना भाई.
Jade. Bishop f2. e4. Bishop e3. Bishop g7. Hello?
Hello, hello. I am there. I am there.
Okay.
Hello.
There's a lot of background noise. I can barely hear anything. Like it's constantly people talking in the background.
Okay.
Like it's getting recorded also, so it's kind of gonna be a problem, I think, on my YouTube video.
Okay. 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 Just now everything is okay. Everyone can
Okay.
go on. Okay.
So after this move, bishop g7, he played bishop f2.
Bishop F2.
Then I played bishop f6, bishop e3, bishop e7, bishop d2. Oh, I don't think he should have allowed this. Why did he
Yes.
let me take this?
I think he played the bishop F2.
No, he played here. I don't know why he just gave up the pawn.
Absolutely.
He played here.
Maybe he thought that he should have to bring the bishop on c3, then king on f2, g2. Then how could you make the progress?
Something like that. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he thought that. But the thing is that I can offer my bishop on this diagonal.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
his king has to guard, like the thing is that it's principle of two weaknesses. He has a weakness here and here.
Even you can play bishop d6 here as well to put pressure on first on g pawn.
Right. He forgot that I can come all the way to here, right?
No,
And
he
then keep
forget one
attacking
more thing.
this.
He forget one more thing. That if your king is on like you can play bishop d6, king f2, then take on d4. There is a one more idea. After giving check, you can play king d3, and he has to take care about the bishop into a3 as well.
Right. That's what I'm saying is he forgot that he thought he can just put this bishop here, that's it. But he didn't realize
Yes.
after king comes to c2 and my bishop is on this diagonal, he has to keep an eye with this pawn with the king.
Yes,
And
yes,
he has to
absolutely.
stop bishop a3. Both.
Yes, he can't
It's
do that.
impossible to do both.
Yes. This is what I am telling
It's called the
you
principle of two
previously, that he
diagonal.
cannot able to defend both the sides.
Right. So he just gave it up. I, of course, took the pawn happily. Then he checked me. I went here.
Finally, he got tired too.
He did try this nice tricks like this, which if I take this, I'm going to be drawing, I think, right?
Yes, absolutely. We will move
So I
the
had to be
bishop.
careful. See, he
We
made me
can move
waste
the
time.
bishop
I was
anywhere.
going really low on time. So he started pulling these tricks to make me waste clock
Yeah.
time. Because I had to
We have,
calculate, can I get away with it?
we should try our best.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't take on people.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe it is a clearly draw.
Bishop
You just
c7.
have to like, yeah, yes, you have to just waste one
2,
move, and
3.
then you have the, yes, absolutely. He They're like like to improve the position of your.
Mm-hmm.
Why you took it? Just leave it. You don't have to take it. Why you invited your king, opponent's king, nearer to your
Because he was
bishop
gonna play
e3?
this.
Let him take. So what? Pawn is still on the dark squares.
Then I can't play my idea of bishop e5.
You have to play bishop e3 then bishop c1. That was a simple winning. Because we shoulder the king. So he
Well, he
cannot
won't
able
allow
to
me to
take
play
that.
bishop e3 and bishop c1. He will keep the king there, is what I'm saying.
No, our king is also there, no?
Okay, let's
Just
just
play
say I
the
play some
bishop
random
e3
move.
right now.
He'll play here.
No,
Now what?
no. No. Put the bishop e3 right now.
Oh,
Why we are wasting move? In the previous
true.
move, we have to play that bishop e3. When he played the g5, we have to play bishop c1.
Mm,
He can't save this endgame. King is shouldered. He can't. Yes, this is the exact position will come.
okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
Our pawn is too far. He has to take, then move the king. Then he can promote the queen. So he
Right.
don't have such a time.
Right. Right. Okay, makes sense. Fair enough. Okay,
That is a
so
so simple idea.
yeah, I didn't really
Taking
think
on
of it like
g4,
that.
taking on g4, it means you are inviting his king nearer to your pawn. It means sooner or
That's
later
true.
that
Yeah.
h
Yeah.
pawn will give you some trouble.
Right.
One more thing is there, he can exchange the second pawn too.
After bishop e3, he played bishop g5. That was his last try.
You are lucky enough that that is a correct square. Otherwise, what could he do? He can play the bishop on e7. Then whatever you did, then he play the pawn to a4. When you took it, then he will sacrifice his bishop for the c pawn, and but king is too far away. Otherwise, there's a wrong square bishop. You are struggling.
What was the threat? What was the threat he could have done? Show me.
What do you mean?
If he would protect, then what? What was the threat?
No. It is a correct square right now. That is a a1. Otherwise, this a pawn cannot be promoted. He could sacrifice that and force you to come over here.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
Oh,
understood
like
my point.
this.
If it is there, then you can't win this winning question as well.
Got it. So he would have done this, like in this. I would
Yes,
be
but this is the correct square. So this is fortunate enough for us to
crazy
consider
stuff.
that. And you have to think again because suddenly if you'll get some chance, again, this is a psychological trouble for you.
Right. You're right. There's a possibilities for sure in the position.
Yes, absolutely. We have to consider these things
Right.
because sometimes we are thinking we are winning. Suddenly, opponent will play such a move, then just our mind will
Yep.
shook up. What
Right.
to do now? Okay.
So this is where he resigned. I think that was his last trick. He
Okay.
thought maybe I'll take the
Yes,
bishop or
yes,
something.
yes.
And he
Absolutely.
realized
But you played
there
very
was
well.
nothing.
Even after taking bishop, your pawn will be you can promote your pawn much quicker than his pawn, I think.
Yeah.
King is nothing.
Right.
Okay, so this that's how chess is happens. You have to grind your
Yeah.
opponent. Just go here and there, just have some idea in your mind, and opponent will, what happens in this type of game, opponent will also think that this whatever I played, game is draw. And
Right.
suddenly when such a break comes, then he realized that, oh my God, what happened?
I know. I think he was just shocked that I pulled out a win because it was such a
Yes,
long
yes,
game. We
absolutely.
were sitting there for 4 hours.
And he always considering that this is draw, whatever I am playing.
Right.
Black can't do anything. This is a, because of this mindset, he didn't even consider the correct move at the right time.
Whereas I'm constantly thinking about ways to actually win, right? I'm like very
Yes,
much more
yes.
what do you call it?
He is even not
Proactive.
thinking about that. He just,
Hmm.
he
Right.
may get something like that. Still, he'll play for the draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a very
I
nice
was pretty
session, I
happy with
think.
how I forced through this because I really many times thought about taking the draw, but I was like,
Yes.
no, let me
Last two
just.
game you showed me, those are the very good games. I will look at the other game as well if I get the time. And
Hmm.
it is showing that you are playing very well. And one more thing is that once I look at the interview of one player, that was a Shashi Kiran, I think, that
Hmm.
you have to prepare your mind for the long game.
Mm.
So don't take quick draws, and then your result will improve definitely. This is what
Mm.
he said, and I like that. If
Right,
your
right. That's true.
mindset is ready to play for the 5 hours and 6 hours,
Hmm.
then definitely you will learn a lot as well, and your result will also improve.
Right. Makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, I think overall, like I said, some of the games, like especially this loss that I had, it's just ridiculous how I dropped a piece. The rest of the games, I think, I would have made an opening mistake in that second round three. It was bad after that. There were some conceptual
okay,
misunderstandings, but overall, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it was my worst tournament. Actually, I got third place after playing so bad still. I won
No, no,
$260 and something like that.
you played. I think okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the result will not show the how we are playing.
Hmm.
Sometimes we make stupid mistakes after playing very well.
Yeah.
So this is not
Makes sense.
showing, result is not showing the how we are playing. Sometimes we played well, very well, but result is not in our favor because of
Yeah.
time trouble or something like that. So basic thing is that we are learning.
Right.
It will be helpful when we are playing games in the future.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we did good enough. Should we end this session now?
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
So bye bye.
All right,
Okay.
man.
You
Take
played
care.
very okay. Bye bye bye.
Thanks. Bye. Hmm.
Bye.